Hello everyone, I am the Lore Explorer and this is The Outer Wilds. It's a handcrafted, open universe exploration game focused on the mystery of an ancient race called the Nomai. The Outer Wilds mostly tells its story through notes scattered throughout the solar system. My goal with this series is to piece together the story in an order that makes sense. First, we will do a short episode setting up the series by going over the tutorial, which sets the story's tone and reveals the mystery. Sleeping beneath the stars the night before your first launch to space is a tradition for the Hearthians. Their 4 eyes, wide for knowledge of the universe, symbolized by their last night on Timber Hearth, looking up on the planets you'll soon be exploring. The Hearthians have mapped their solar system. They have a grasp on physics, having worked out all stars eventually die. If our universe is expanding, does that mean there was a point in which everything is expanding from? Could the mysterious race of furry Nomai originally come from another solar system, since our genes are so radically different? These are just some of the questions in mind as they decide you're to be the next Hearthian to launch to space. The whole town is just as excited as you are for your launch, especially Slate. With your ship gone, he can finally work on the avoidance system for the autopilot function. Young Micah wants to see your piloting skills in action. Quite giddy, he challenges you to fly the model ship and land it on a small platform down below. Nearly jumping from excitement, he's impressed at how deftly we land the ship. After using your signal scope to play hide and seek, you make your way through the town, wanting to say goodbye to the townsfolk before you leave for your journey. You stop to see a young Hearthian throwing rocks into a pen of ghost matter. They are worried that since ghost matter is slowly dispersing, there may not be any of the exotic matter left when he grows up. From where you were standing, you notice a note on a signpost. It's addressed to you, left by your flight coach, Gossin. He has one last task for you before you launch. We have to repair a mock satellite in zero gravity. This will come in handy as we will inevitably have to repair our own ship in these circumstances. Turns out one of the founders of the Outer Wilds Venturers knows what they are talking about. As they say their goodbyes, they point us to the observatory to get the launch codes. The observatory also houses the knowledge learned by the Hearthian culture throughout its lifespan. A lot of it consists of Nomai remnants, a civilization who must have died out a long time ago, and you are the inventor of the state-of-the-art Nomai translator tool. You developed it alongside your childhood friend Hal. He happens to be waiting for you at the observatory, next to the most recent addition, an ancient Nomai statue, which has held up impeccably over the years. After telling you how weird the furry, horned, three-eyed Nomai were, he expresses his worry for your journey. You can reassure him that you've been nothing but excited. After looking back at the portrait of the Outer Wilds Venturers founders, Hornfell, Gossin, Feldspar, and Slate, we can head up to Hornfell's and speak to the man himself. Finally, ready to get off this rock. The launch code's in our grasp. Hornfels asks us what we're going to do once we get to space. Once we tell him, he advises us to study the Nomai with our new invention, the Nomai translator tool. Beelining to your ship, every question you plan to find answers to fades away in a second, as the game's mystery reveals itself. The Nomai statue turns to you as you walk past it, its eyes open with a blue glow as your memories stream from your consciousness to the statue. This is where we're going to leave the episode. In the next episode, we will say one last goodbye to Hal before flying to Dark Bramble, where the creators of this statue first entered our solar system. I am the Lore Explorer, delving deep into the story so you don't have to.